Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I thank God for my life today. My people, Buhari don't die. See life. See life. The Buhari criminal man that is sent DSS and military to come and kill me middle in the night in July 1st, 2021. He died today. See life. My people, we're supposed to learn about this. That criminal man, Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, he don't die. See, I'm alive today. I thank God. God, thank you for my life today. Criminal Fulani man that is with some Yoruba, with some stupid Yoruba people that gang off and come to my house middle in the night. They try to take my life, but God said no. If God say yes, nobody can say no. God said no. See life. You don't die today. Thank God. God, I thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me in this live section. That video you just watched, I'm going to play it, after this. So, Buhari died yesterday. And, what's his name? Sunday Igbogho is thanking God, rejoicing, saying that, Buhari once wanted to buy him, but look at, he's gone and he's still alive, thanking God. And then not just him, ever since, we heard the message that Buhari is dead. Oh, RIP, may his soul rest in peace. It's actually very painful, but Nigerians will not forget his bad legacies, his sin. In fact, as a matter of fact, many reactions are coming from Nigeria saying that they will never forget what Buhari did. The the killing of youth in Lekki toll gates, the NSAS, the Python dance, even Biafrans, most especially, are coming out to, say his legacies will not be forgotten. And then in this live section, I'm going to read out what the wife said, Aisha. What the wife said, actually, Buhari actually begged Nigerians for forgiveness before he died. So in this live session, stay with me. We're going to look at many things. So if you have anything to say at the comment section, drop it. Let's talk about it. So now, Buhari died yesterday. Let's see what the president said about it. Many Nigerians are coming to say his soul shall not rest in peace because of because of his bad legacies. Let's see what Tinubu said yesterday. Like I'm hearing, they're saying they're going to bury him today. They said they will bury him today. Tinubu sent Shetima to go to London to accompany his body to Castina to bury him today. Now let's see what Tinubu said about his death. Remember that Nnamdi Kanu came out one certain time. In fact, this has actually vindicated Nnamdi Kanu, because some Nigerians are saying finally, they have come to accept that Buhari has died. And I'm asking myself, is he dying for the second time? Because there was this claims a long time ago that Buhari is dead. Nnamdi Kanu most especially came out and told Nigerians that Buhari is dead. Nigerians, stop deceiving yourself. So finally, Nigerian government has come out to say that truly Buhari has died. People are saying that the person that is, acting as Buhari, is he tired of acting as Buhari? Because, there was this claims that Buhari is there. Nnamdi Kanu also said it. He was shouting it then, that Buhari is dead. Forget this, their claims that Buhari is dead. So, this has actually vindicated Nnamdi Kanu, according to some Nigerians. Now, let's look at what Tinubu said. Tinubu said, it is with profound sorrow and a heavy heart that I received the news of the passing of His Excellency Major General Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, my predecessor, who departed this life today. He departed yesterday, that's July 18th, 2025, at a hospital in the United Kingdom. President Buhari was was to the very core a patriot, a soldier, and a statesman. His legacy of service and sacrifice endures. He served Nigeria with unwavering dedication, first as a military leader from January 1984 to August 1985, and later as a democratically elected president from 2015 to 2023. Duty, honor, and a deep commitment to the unity and progress of our nation defined his life. He stood firm through the most turbulent times, leading with quiet strength, profound integrity, and unshakable belief in Nigerians' potentials. He championed discipline in public service, confronted corruption head-on, and placed the country above personal interests at every turn. Let's read it. Let's read on. In this moment of national mourning, I extend my deepest condolence to his beloved wife, Aisha. These people are really funny. With whom I have been in constant touch, his children, the entire Biafra family, and all who knew and loved him. I also extend my condolence to the government and people of Katsina State, most especially the people of and traditional leaders of Daura Emirate. We honor his service, we reflect on his legacy, and we pray for the peaceful repose of his soul. As a mark of respect to our former leader, and have directed that all national flag fly at half staff across the country for 7 days from today. So Tinubu has declared, for the flag to fly half, they should lower it because of Buhari passed away. I have also summoned an emergency Federal Executive Council section on Tuesday dedicated to his honor. The federal government to accord President Buhari's full state honors befitting his towering contribution to our country. May Allah forgive his shortcoming and grant him Alajan Firdausi. I don't know what this means. And may his life continue to inspire generation of Nigerians to serve with courage, conviction, and selflessness. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. So now, there was this claim that Buhari died years ago. I know you guys heard the claims. And Nnamdi Kanu was loud. Now, I want to ask myself, Buhari was not actually feeling fine and nobody knew about it. How come? You see what this Nigerian government are doing? Nigerian government are just deceiving themselves. Look, Nnamdi Kanu was shouting it then. That you see, Buhari is dead long time ago. And I'm asking myself, is he dying for the second time? So why is Nigerian government coming out all of a sudden to say that Buhari is dead, he died in London? So finally, they have admitted that this man is dead. After so many years of rumor. Finally, they have admitted. I'm going to be reading out what the wife said, Aisha, that we saw online. Before that, let me play a video of what's his name, Sunday Igbogho said. I played this video earlier, but let me play it again in case you didn't see the video. They are saying that Buhari dead, but some Nigerians are saying let his soul not rest in peace because of what he did, his bad legacies. In fact, his wife also, according to what we saw online, the wife said that Buhari said she should apologize to Nigeria on behalf of what he has done to Nigerians. Take a look at what Sunday Igbogho said.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I thank God for my life today. My people, Buhari don't die. See life. The Buhari criminal man that is sent DSS and military to come and kill me middle in the night in July 1st, 2021. He died today. See life. My people, we're supposed to learn about this. That criminal man, Muhammadu Buhari, he don't die. See, I'm alive today. I thank God. God, thank you for my life today. Criminal Fulani man that is with some Yoruba, with some stupid Yoruba people that gang off and come to my house middle in the night. that tried to take my life, but God said no. If God say yes, nobody can say no. God said no. See life. You don't die today. Thank God. God, I thank you.
So Shawara is claiming that Buhari sent military men and DSS to come and kill him at the middle of the night. That is why he's thanking God over Buhari's death. Now, there's this person that retweeted and said, apart from Sunday Igbogho, a lot of Nigerians don't want late Muhammadu Buhari to rest in peace. Why? Because of his bad legacies. You guys know what happened. See, if you know what happened, if you know the atrocities committed on that Buhari's watch, that is why some Nigerians are saying that, let him not rest in peace. Imagine. Now, let's continue. Let's now talk about, how how Nnamdi Kanu is being vindicated. Now, it is now official that Buhari is dead and he died yesterday. Hope you guys know that. For years now, millions of Nigeria, especially those Biafrans and IPOP, they claimed Buhari died as far back as 2017 when he went to London for medical treatment and stayed away for months. This is the same thing now that they are saying that he died. They're saying the same thing now that he died in London when he went for medical checkup. So how come Buhari was sick and nobody talked about that? How come? How come he was sick? No Nigerian knows about it. That's to tell you what Nigerian government are doing. See, there is more to this case, and I believe a time will come when they will still come out and confess. A time will come. So now, for years, for millions of Nigerians, especially Biafrans, have claimed Buhari died as far back as 2017 when he went to London for medical treatment and stayed away for months. Many pointed to alleged physical differences, voice differences, and the rise of Jubri from Sudan. Conspiracy theory popularized mainly by Nnamdi Kanu. That was what Nnamdi Kanu was saying, and also some Nigerians. The Nigerian government dismissed all that as propaganda when Nnamdi Kanu was saying this, labeling Kanu and IPOB as peddlers of fake news and hate speech. Many people were ridiculed. Many people were ridiculed, arrested, or threatened for insisting Buhari was dead. So now, if the same government that denied it for years suddenly admits that he's dead today, then it raises serious questions. What did he really, and when did he really die? Who ruled Nigeria all these years? We should be asking this question. What were we seeing at the public function? Who signed all the official documents? What does it mean for the legitimacy of past action by the presidency? Now, Nnamdi Kanu has just been vindicated. Nnamdi Kanu, for years, struck these claims Buhari is dead and replaced by a double. He said it on Radio Biafra. He shouted it in rallies, court, and broadcast to global community. He was mocked. He was called insane. Many in mainstream media said he was hallucinating. But this official confirmation, if true, basically vindicates him as someone who told the people an uncomfortable truth the Nigerian state covered up. See, me, I believe there is something to this. So they will still come out and say the truth. They will still come out and say the truth. So this will boost IPOB's moral and psychological standing, no matter how controversial it remains as a movement. So you see, this Buhari's death that happened, this Buhari's death is actually a controversial one. Many people are coming out with mixed feelings. Some are, leaking secrets. Some are saying, some are talking bad about him. Some are actually rejoicing. Some are mourning. Some are in tears. You guess many Nigerians are just coming out. Some people that are rejoicing, they are rejoicing because of his bad legacies that he left behind. And then, according to what we saw online, they said that Buhari actually apologized to Nigeria before he passed away, which I'll be reading in this live section. So stay with me. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. So now, if Buhari died years ago, but the government continued presenting someone as Buhari, fraud at the highest level, that's what it means. It means the people have been lied to election, may have been run fraudulently, policies, budget, and international agreements signed by inspectors. Now, I don't just want to come and be talking about Buhari was dead. I just want to focus on this latest news, because if I start going back to that claims that Buhari was dead, honestly, we won't even close this live session today. So now, let me just focus on these present claims that they said Buhari is dead. Finally, the Nigerian government has come out to say Buhari is dead. And now let me read out what the wife said, according to, what is flying on the social media. Let's look at what the wife said. The wife came out and said that, Buhari actually told her to apologize to Nigerians in his absence. So now, it says here, my boss left me with a vow to ask for forgiveness from Nigerians before he dies. Aisha Buhari. So now, reading on, it says, the roommate of the late former president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, Aisha, has asked the citizens to forgive her boss before he was entered into grave, Aisha said. So reading on, according to her, she said, since he resigned from power, the word he always told me whenever we talk is, if he dies before me, I should send his message to Nigerians to forgive his mistake in his leadership, being a woman being who does wrong and wrong. Right. So please, I beg everyone to forgive him before he's taken to his grave. Please, everyone should share this message to other groups, to everyone. So they are saying, the wife is trying to say that before Buhari died, that he actually left a message with her saying that she should beg on his behalf, telling Nigerians to forgive him. Now let's not forget what happened during the NSAS. Truly, Nigerians suffered under the watch of Buhari. That is why some people are coming out now to, lambash him even after he has died. Many people has come out. Guys, let's not forget what happened in the NSAS protest. Like the people that died in toll gates, guys. Look, the people that died in toll gates under the watch of the late President Muhammadu Buhari that just passed on yesterday. People died. Showere has come out to say something. He has come out to say that, Buhari has died, but many Nigerians are coming out with reacting with mixed feelings. Some are crying, some are happy, because of what he has done. Showere has come out to expose, to say some things, which I'll be saying in this live section. He exposed 4 things that Buhari did. Number one, when it comes to Biafra, Buhari was actually complicit to the adoption of Nnamdi Kanu. So he was actually complicit. So let's talk about what Showere said. I'm going to be displaying it on the screen so that you can see for yourself what Showere said. If you have anything to say, drop it under the comment section. So Showere said, IPOB and SAS. Showere lists 4 major sins of Buhari as Nigerians flashback. It was reported by Daily Post. Daily Post reports that the former Nigerian leader died on Sunday in London after a brief illness. A brief illness. How come Nigerians doesn't know? A brief illness killed Buhari. Is that what they are trying to say? They are using brief now. It's not brief they are using. His remains are expected to arrive in the country for immediate burial in Daura, Katsina State on Monday today. Reading on, it says, however, while many Nigerians mourn the former president with an influx of tributes, others have decided to flash back to the immediate past, his immediate past administration led by Buhari. According to them, the administration was marred by insecurity, hunger, corruption, and oppression. A popular activist, Omoyele Showere, in a post on his Facebook page, reeled out 4 major shortcomings of the former leader. Even Tinubu said God should forgive Buhari of his shortcomings. That's to show you that truly a lot happened. A lot of atrocities happened under the watch of Buhari. That is why people are even rejoicing because of he died yesterday. So he disappeared. He disappeared he disappeared. The Shawari further accused, sorry. So, and now because he's dead, some people with selective memory want us to mourn or worship him. Shameful. No, we don't. We do not mourn tyrants. We remember their victims. Many other Nigerians, including popular Yoruba nation agitator Sunday Igboho, has voiced our Buhari's alleged shortcomings during his reign as Nigerian president. So they said his administration was marred by insecurity, was marred by hunger, and lots of things. So Showore has pointed out 4 things that Muhammadu Buhari has done. Pointed out 4 good things that he has done. So popular human rights activist and Sahara Reporters founder Omoyele Sowore refused to mince word. As tribute poured in, Sowore dropped his own, a brutal reminder for 4 haunting sins that will forever stain Buhari's legacy. I am telling you. So number 1 is the Shite massacre. You guys know what happened in the Shite massacre? The slaughter of Shiites. In December 2015, the Nigerian army under Buhari's watch opened fire on members of the Islamic movement in Nigeria known as Shiites. Men, women, children, hundreds massacred in Zaria, Kaduna State. Their crime, they did not commit any crime. Blocking the chief of army staff convoy, allegedly instead of justice, the survivors faced continued crackdowns. Their leader languished in detention despite repeated court orders for his release. Guys, you can imagine what happened under the watch of Buhari. That is why you see people today, rejoicing over his death. This is not how it's supposed to be. If Buhari had done things well, do you think people will be rejoicing over his death? Do you think people will be coming out to celebrate his death? Guys, some people are popping champagne that Buhari died today. People are popping yesterday. People are popping champagne. That's not how it's supposed to be. People are supposed to be mourning his death if he actually led well, if he did things well. Look at what happened under his watch. The Shiite massacre, the slaughter of Shiites. In December 2015, the Nigerian army under Buhari's watch opened fires on members of the Islamic movement in Nigeria. In Nigeria, known as Shiites. Known as Shiites. Men, women, and children, hundreds massacred in Zaria, Kaduna State. What's their crime? They did not commit any crime. Even when they even come out to say they should release their leader, they opened. The last time they did protest to release their leader, what happened? They were opening firearms at them. They were throwing tear gas at them. It happened in 2015. Men and women were massacred under the watch of Buhari. That is why people are pumping champagne right now that one man died. Is that how it's supposed to be? Because he didn't lead well. Because he didn't lead well. This is, Showore has just pointed out 4 things that Buhari has done that have stained his legacy. They are supposed to be weeping right now, but some people are popping champagne. They blocked the chief of army staff's convoy, allegedly, instead of justice. The survivors, people that survived in the attack, faced continued crackdowns. Their leader is languishing in detention despite repeated court orders for his release, guys. Court has ordered for his release, but till now, he's languishing in detention, even till now. The second one that happened under the watch of Tinubu is the toll gate, the bloody massacre. Oh my God. It happened in 20th October 2020. Guys, come and see people that died in toll gates. It's not a new thing for you. You guys know all this thing. An unforgettable night when peaceful protesters demanding an end to police brutality were shot at by Nigerian soldiers. They don't know who ordered Nigerian soldiers to kill these people that came out to end the police brutality. They came out to say no to police brutality. Under the watch of Buhari, they ordered them to buy them. Why, guys? Nigerian soldiers buy these people at toll gates. Video showed them waving the Nigerian flag, singing anthems, yet bullets rained down. To this day, many families search for answers and justice. Showeri reminds us the order that came from the top. Who ordered, guys? Who ordered that they should buy these protesters that was saying no to police brutality? Who ordered? The order came from top. You guys know what I'm saying? That is why you see today people are not even what's it called? People are not even mourning. Most of Nigerians, especially Biafrans and all that, they are not even mourning because of what the bad legacies, the shortcomings of Buhari. Somebody said, Fidelis Chimezie said, please let's appreciate Nnamdi Kanu for his good works. Yes, truly, Nnamdi Kanu said it. That Buhari is dead. He was sounding it, but see, let me tell you why they are still holding Nnamdi Kanu to you now. They know he knows the truth. For Nigerian government to come out now to, finally admit that this one is dead, come and tell you, Buhari has died yesterday. They know something is about to happen. They know something is about to happen. That is why all of a sudden they are coming out to say he's dead. So you can see something is about to happen. That is why suddenly Nigerian government is coming out to claim that Buhari. How come Buhari was sick and nobody knew about it? That is one question I'm asking, please. How come Buhari was sick and nobody knew about it? How come? How come? How come he was sick and nobody knew about it? That's the question they're asking. Now suddenly they came out and said he was ill briefly and then he died in London, and you want people to believe those claims. Anyways, sure, they said he's dead. May his soul rest in peace. But some Nigerians are saying are happy, just like Sunday Igbogho. In case you have not watched that video, let me play that video for you again. He was rejoicing because Buhari died. Take a look.
I thank God for my life today. My people, Buhari don't die. See life. See life. The Buhari criminal man that is sent DSS and military to come and kill me, maybe in the night, in July 1st, 2021. He died today. See life. My people, we're supposed to learn about this. That criminal man, Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, he don't die. See, I'm alive today. I thank God. God, thank you for my life today. Criminal Fulani man that is with some Yoruba, with some stupid Yoruba people that gang off and come to my house, middle in the night. They try to take my life, but God said no. If God say yes, nobody can say no. God said no. See life. You don't die today. Thank God. God, I thank you.
So the boy is rejoicing that Buhari died yesterday. So now, because of his bad legacies, so I've already mentioned one thing that Buhari did under his watch that people are using to now talk about. People are using to rejoice for his death today. Number one is the Shite massacre. Showere said it. So number two is the NSAS bloodshed. The NSAS bloodshed. The NSAS massacre that happened in October 20th, 2020, sorry. An unforgettable night when peaceful protesters demanding an end. They were actually peaceful. They were demanding an end to the brutal to police brutality. They were shot by Nigerian soldiers at the Lekki toll gate. Video showed them waving the national flag, singing the anthem, yet bullets rained down. To this day, many families search for answers and justice. Showore reminds us the order that came from the top. So another one that happened is the disappearance of the Dadiyata. The disappearance of the Dadiyata, guys. The vanishing of Abubakar Idris, better known as Dadiyata, a vocal critic of the government. Dadiyata was adopted from his home in August 2019. 4 years later, not a trace. Nobody, no investigation, no closure for his wife, his children, his parents. His silence screams louder than any speech. Guys, Dadiyata suddenly disappeared. He was adopted in his own home in August 2019. He was actually a vocal critic of this Nigerian government, especially under Tinubu's regime. I mean, Buhari's regime. He was adopted, and since then, nobody heard about him again. Nobody heard about him. Showore said his silence screams louder than any speech. The fourth thing that happened, that's why Nigerians are celebrating, popping champagne that Buhari is dead. The fourth thing that happened is that the relentless clamp down, that's the siege of IPOB. You guys know that Buhari was actually complicit to the adoption of Nnamdi Kanu, which is illegal till date. That man is still in detention. We can't even wait for 18th of July. So now, the relentless clamp down on the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Biafra branded them as, Buhari branded them as terrorists, yet Fulani bandits who ravaged communities were called bandits, not terrorists. Under Buhari's rule, the Python dance operation turned the southeast into a war zone. You guys know what happened in the Python dance, how youths were killed, extrajudicial killings, adoption, disappearance. The stories are endless. These wounds still raw. These wounds are still raw. That is why you see people rejoicing that somebody died. When people are rejoicing that somebody died, what does it mean? Has the person lived well? Have the person dropped any good legacy, or have they left any good legacy? People will always remember Buhari with these bad legacies. Number one is the Shites massacre. Number two is the NSAS massacre. When they ordered, Nigerian soldiers to buy youths that was saying no to police brutality. Another one is the disappearance of Dadiyata. Abubakar Idris, known as Dadiyata. He was adopted in his home, and since then, no trace. This was how this man left. And the fourth one is IPOB. They said IPOB is a terrorist. Why Fulani bandits are ravaging everywhere? Under Buhari's rule, the Python dance operation, that made Southeast turn to a war zone. Extrajudicial killings, adoption, disappearance. These stories are endless, and the wounds are still raw. These things has actually stained Buhari's legacy. That is justice. But Showore did not even stop there at all. He reminded Nigerians of how Buhari disobeyed court orders. Not just this, like I'm telling you that the kind of atrocities that Showore that Buhari did, or the ones that happened under his watch, they are much. Like, it is plenty. Showore reminded Nigerians how Buhari disobeyed court orders, jailed critics, ruined the economy, turned fuel queues into an everyday sight, and left hunger and hopelessness in his wake. For Showore and many others, this is not bitterness. It's historical honesty. It's historical honesty. Anyone that you see coming out now to say, hey, or to rejoice that Buhari died is because of his bad legacy. On a normal, people are supposed to be mourning him. People are really supposed to be mourning him. What can we say? We can't say anything. We'll leave it for God to judge. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Since Nigerian government has been admitted that now that he's finally dead, may his soul rest in perfect peace. We can't do anything as human. It is God that will leave everything into his hands. It is him that will do the revenge. It's not us, it's not human. So may let his soul rest in perfect peace. So, but Nigerians are still angry, saying, they don't want his soul to rest in peace because of people that lost their loved ones in toll gates, in that end bad governance protest. In NSAS protest that happened in October 20th, 2020. Some say do not speak ill of the dead, but for Showore, Sunday Igbogho, and countless Nigerians who suffered directly or indirectly, silence is betrayal. They say, remember the victims, not the tyrants. This is what Showore and other Nigerian members that are rejoicing over Buhari's death is saying. So now, Buhari's death does not erase the stories of the Shiites, the NSAS, the Dadayata, or IPOB members who vanished or fell under the bullets of state power. It should not. History must record not just the man who ruled, but the people who bleed. History must record not just the man who ruled, but the people who bleed. Nigeria must learn, must question, and must remember. So that is just it. People feel that they will become a leader forever. Well, one day you will go, and your legacies, it is now up to you whether you leave good legacies or bad legacies. Many Nigerians feel it is what hypocritical to mourn leader who ignore the cries of the poor. People ask, where was Buhari when family cried for justice? Under Buhari's watch, Nigeria faced two recessions, soaring inflation, record unemployment, and the highest youth joblessness in decades. It was through Buhari's tenure that all this hunger started from. That was where it originated from. Buhari's tenure. Naira fell. The Naira lost much of its value under his leadership. Many blame his poor economic policies and resilience on oil alone. He promised to fight corruption, but ended up recycling the same politicians he once called corrupt in his cabinet. Buhari promised to fight corruption, but what did he do? He ended up, recycling the same politicians he called corrupt into his cabinet. He came as retired general to end insecurity, but left Nigeria more insecure than ever, with banditry, terrorism, and kidnapping worse than before. Sorry. So he came as a retired general to end insecurity, but left Nigeria more than insecure than ever, with banditry, terrorism, and kidnapping worse than before. University lecturers were on strike for months. You guys remember? People were on strike for months, for 8 months. People were at home. They did not care about education. University lecturers were on strike for months. Students wasted years waiting for school to reopen. No major reforms were delivered, even up till now. ASU, I don't know. It's like they have gone on strike. Till now, they never pay them this money. Journalists, activists, and ordinary citizens were arrested or harassed for criticizing the government. Twitter was even banned for months, guys. Twitter was banned for months because of under the watch of Tinubu, because journalists, activists, and ordinary citizens were arrested for criticizing the government. Even Twitter was banned for months. Many argued Buhari deepened ethnic and religious divides. Critics says he favored his region in key appointments. Yeah, it's actually true. Multiple reports by Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch documented abuse during his administration, but nothing changed. Some say history will judge him kindly as a man who tried. Others say his legacy is sealed as a leader who ruled with an iron fist, but delivered little progress. Many top politicians who praised him when alive are now silent or careful retweeting their word. Global outlets report his death with a reminder of controversies, the NSAS killings, IPOB crackdowns, and debt burden he left behind. Some Nigerians in the southeast and south sees his death as the end of an era they considered oppressive. So you can see why people are actually rejoicing over his death. That is why people like Sunday Igbogho and most of some Nigerians are actually rejoicing that Buhari died yesterday. So, according to Tinubu, he has sent Kashim Shettima to go and accompany his body to Nigeria to Katsina State for burial. For burial. So that is, I think he's gonna be buried. They're going to bury him today, according to what Tinubu is saying. So now the claims that Muhammadu Buhari, former president, died during his time in office has been long-standing rumors, especially among certain groups in Nigeria, including the pro-Biafran community. The claim says Buhari died abroad during medical treatment was once replaced by a double or clone, a theory made popular by some activists like Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Officially, there is no credible evidence that Buhari died while in office. He completed his 8-year term in May 2023, but Nnamdi Kanu was loud enough, telling people that he actually died during his office. So if someone says Buhari is dead, then this is what people will be saying, referring to the old rumors, or people. If you're coming out to say that Buhari is dead now, people will be referring to the old rumors, that Buhari died during office as at 2017. People will be speaking literally if he actually passed away now, which, as of my last update, there's no credible reports of that. So now, what does it mean for Biafra if Buhari is really dead or is now out of power? What does it mean if Buhari is actually dead? Now, Buhari was seen as a symbol of the old guard. For many Biafran agitators, Buhari represented what they see as northern political dominance and historical injustice against the southeast. His military background, he fought in the Nigerian civil war against Biafra as a young officer. So you can see why Biafrans are rejoicing, saying, "Oh, thank God that Buhari is dead." It's not supposed to be like this. They're not meant to be rejoicing over someone's death, but something must have led to the jubilation that Buhari is dead. Number one thing why IPOB are rejoicing is that Buhari represented what they see as northern political dominance and historical injustice against the southeast. His military background, remember, he fought Nigerian civil war against Biafra as a young officer. It made him even more controversial in Igbo land. Now, under Buhari, IPOB was proscribed as a terrorist group. His government branded IPOB a terrorist organization, and clamped down on pro-Biafra protests. Many see his tenure as one of the harshest for Biafra agitators. His exit or his death removes a major figure. With Buhari's death, Biafra agitators might lose one of its strongest rallying points. The argument that the North oppresses us through Buhari no longer holds, but that doesn't mean agitation will stop. The core grievance, which is marginalization, injustice, imbalance, remains. Now, Biafran's fate is bigger than one man. Yes, the struggle is about deep-rooted structural and historical issue, marginalization, civil war trauma, lack of regional autonomy, economic injustice, and cultural identity. So under Tinubu's watch, the Igbos were marginalized. Yes, Nigerian system remains the same security forces, the same constitution, same power structure. The North still holds significant power in the military and civil service. So who replaces Buhari's matter? This is, we know that Buhari was actually complicit to Nnamdi Kanu's adoption. And right now, Biafran sees that Nnamdi Kanu is vindicated because of his death yesterday. People are rejoicing that truly that Buhari has died. And some Biafrans are coming out to say, "Oh, Nigerian government has finally admitted that he has died." They are coming, and me, I'm asking myself, if he was actually sick, because they said he was sick, why didn't Nigerian government know? And now they have used this word saying he was briefly sick, that he was sick briefly, and from there he passed on. This is what they are coming out to say. Guys, I believe if he was actually sick, Nigerians would know. Just like that, we just heard that he has died. How? Is that not telling you there's something to this? Is that not giving you a sign there's more to this?
It's a
Take a
privilege
look.
to be with the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Being hosted this morning by the Arise News channel. We are engaging the President on the future of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and what to expect over the next 2 years of his administration. Mr. President, thank you very much for hosting us.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. President. The nation is witnessing rising insecurity, banditry, arson, kidnapping. How did we get here? What's the way out?
When we came, it has been a very difficult undertaking. But we closed the borders with Benin Republic. We closed the borders with Niger Republic. We stopped smuggling. We asked Nigerians to grow what they will eat and eat what they grow. The cost of importation of rice and other food stuff, we stopped it. We made fertilizer available, and we were very impressed and happy with the action of Nigerians. They went back to the farm. And we made sure our neighbor, especially Nigeria, understand us, because there are Nigerians that order food in Niger for Nigerian market. Then
So this was remembers the, they were using this video to remember what Tinubu said about insecurity a long time ago. So now in conclusion, people are actually coming out with so many mixed reactions to say that that Tinubu died not Tinubu, Buhari died. So many people are coming out with mixed reaction. Do you know how many people that have lost their life? People are supposed to be mourning, but in Nigeria, they're actually happy that somebody died because of his bad legacies, the legacies he left, the atrocities that happened under his watch, the end bad protest, the end SARS protest, the Shiite massacre, IPOB, Buhari was actually complicit. They actually mentioned his name. Yes, they actually mentioned Buhari's name, they mentioned Tinubu's name, they mentioned Buhari, they mentioned Malami as people. They were part of the adoption of Nnamdi Kanu illegally from Kenya to Nigeria. So all of a sudden, we are coming out to hear that Buhari, was sick for a short time and then he died. The question we're asking is, why didn't we know? Like, why is it that Nigerians don't know that he was sick? A lot of Nigerians are arguing that. Why is it that we don't know that he was sick? All of a sudden, he just died like that. Yesterday, we just heard that Buhari is dead, and I was shocked. How? So people are saying, oh, they're not using that. They're coming out now, finally, to accept that he's dead. That Buhari died long time ago. Nnamdi Kanu was actually saying it, that he died long time ago. So, he died long time ago. People are coming out to say it. He died in 2017. He died in 2017, long time ago. That was when he actually, died. So many people are actually rejoicing instead of mourning because of the people, the youths that lost their life in what's it called? In the Lekki toll gates. The order came from above. The order came from the top. Ordered soldiers to buy youths that were protesting peacefully, saying end police brutality peacefully. What happened? They buy them just like that. Now, in case you didn't watch this video of Igbogho, please take a look.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I thank God for my life today. My people, Buhari don't die. See life. See life. The Buhari criminal man that he sent DSS and military to come and kill me middle in the night in July 1st, 2021. He died today. See life. My people, we're supposed to learn about this. That criminal man, Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, he don't die. See, I'm alive today. I thank God. God, thank you for my life today. Criminal Fulani man that is with some Yoruba, with some stupid Yoruba people that gang off and come to my house middle in the night. They try to take my life, but God said no. If God say yes, nobody can say no. God said no. See life. You don't die today. Thank God. God, I thank you.
So you can see, what's his name? Sunday Igboho, he's thanking God that, Buhari died yesterday, saying that Buhari sent DSS and military men to come and raid his home in the middle of the night to buy him. And you can see he's alive, and then Buhari is dead. Even some Biafran agitators are even saying that, oh, look at, Nnamdi Kanu, that Buhari said he was a terrorist. You called him a terrorist. Even up to you now, Buhari cannot go, or when he was still alive, he couldn't even go to court to defend how this man is a terrorist. How? That is why Biafrans are, rejoicing, saying that, oh, the person they kept in cell for so many years is still alive, even with his health condition. Guys, can you imagine? Even with his health condition, or his lumps in the armpits, his ear problem and everything, all the sickness that happened to him while in detention, or that is currently happening to him, he has not died. But somebody that kept him there is still, somebody that continued that kept him there has died. So many people are actually rejoicing over his death because of this. So you can see what is happening. I'll still come back to you. Like they said, that they will bury him today. According to what people are saying, that the Tinubu said he sent Keshima to return to actually bring back his corpse from London. To all these things, are you sure it's true? Anyways, Nigerian government, there's nothing they cannot do in this life. Yes, all this they cannot do in this life. Look at what happened during the end back protest. Look at how people died. Look at how people died. People died. This person is even saying, somebody is saying, apart from Sunday Igboho, a lot of Nigerians don't want late Muhammadu Buhari to rest in peace, to rest in peace. Look at what the wife said. The wife said something. We saw this news online. According to what the wife said, let me just read it out for you guys. So according to what the wife said, my boss left me with a vow to ask for forgiveness from Nigerians. Nobody even know these things, if all these things are true. Like I'm saying, I feel there are more that will come. Like I feel that for this thing to happen, just so that some things are actually unfolding. Some things are actually unfolding. See, for these things to happen, expect more. Expect more to come and unfold. Because, we are surprised to see this kind of news, guys. We're actually surprised and shocked. We are surprised and shocked because we actually know, Nnamdi Kanu was saying it then, that Buhari is dead. So nobody knows if all these things are all fabricated, AI, just to come and, I don't know. Look at what the wife said. I remember as her dead, when they were saying that, Buhari was dead, I think Aisha said that her husband was dead when she was asked. So I don't know where all these ones are coming from. Anyway, this is what we saw online. According to what Aisha said here, said, my boss left me with a vow to ask for forgiveness from Nigerians before he dies. Aisha Buhari, the roommate of the late former president of Nigeria, Aisha Buhari, has asked citizens to forgive her boss before he was entered to grave. Aisha said, since he resigned from power the word he always told me whenever he talk is, if he dies before me, I should send his message to Nigerians to forgive his mistakes in leadership and being a human being who does wrong and wrong, right? So please, I beg everyone to forgive him before he's taken to his grave. I've heard. So why didn't Buhari, if actually this is true, why did Buhari come out to say, Nigeria should forgive him when he was, when he was out of power? At least I know that Buhari, ever since, this is just 2 years of Tinubu. Yes. So this is 2 years after he left seat, right? So why does he not come out to apologize? Me, I feel all these things are all fabricated. I still stand with Nnamdi Kanu saying that, Buhari died since 2017. So, anyways, Nigerian government will always be Nigerian government, lies, decisive. Nigerian government is just deceiving themselves. No, they're just deceiving themselves. I know that one day there will be a lot of confession. The way Gowon came out to say who actually won the election as at then, that is when I feel, there are more to this. Confession will soon start. Things will start unfolding. Confession will start. That's what I'm saying. So, guys, we've come to the end of this live session. Do well to hit that subscribe button. If you're new to this channel, drop a like for us, and also drop a comment under the comment section. Let us know what you're talking about. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.